5 lies I told to stay in a relationship I didn't want. I stayed in a relationship I didn't even want. And to do it, I told 5 lies. 5 big ones that still make me feel sick when I think about them. Some of them hurt him, some of them hurt me. But all of them, they changed me. That's my confession. And once you hear them, maybe you'll understand why I'll never look at love the same way again. I'm 34 now, but this started when I was 28. Back then, I thought I was running out of time. Everyone around me was getting engaged, posting pictures of babies, buying houses. And I was single. So when I met Eric, charming, reliable, perfectly settled Eric, I thought, this is it. This is safe. He wasn't the love of my life. I knew that almost immediately. But I stayed anyway. And to stay, I lied. This is the story of those 5 lies. Lie 1. I love you. It started too soon. 2 months in, he said it first. We were at a brewery, his friends cheering him on, and he just blurted out, I love you. Everyone stared at me, waiting for my response, and I panicked. I didn't feel it, not even close. But I smiled, leaned in, and whispered, I love you too. That was the first lie, and it set the tone for everything that followed. From then on, I was trapped in my own performance. Every text, every kiss, every moment of I love you back, it was an echo of that one fake answer. And the sickest part? He believed me. He looked at me like I was the center of his universe, and I couldn't bring myself to break his heart. So I kept saying it. For 6 years. Lie 2. I want the same future as you. Eric wanted the big dream, marriage, kids, a house in the suburbs, the classic life plan. Me, I didn't want any of it. I'd never pictured myself as a wife or a mom. I wanted freedom, travel, late nights, spontaneity. But when he asked me over dinner one night if I saw myself as a mom someday, I nodded. Of course, 2 kids, maybe 3. He smiled so wide. He kissed my forehead like I'd just given him the greatest gift in the world. And I felt this hollow ache in my chest because I just lied about the most important thing you can lie about in a relationship. From that point on, every conversation about the future was another brick in the wall I was building. And every brick made it harder to ever tell the truth. Looking back, I know why I did it. I was scared. Scared of being alone. Scared of starting over. Scared of disappointing my parents, who loved him. And maybe. Scared that no one would ever love me the way he did. So I lied. And once you start, you can't stop. Lie 3. I'm happy. This was the one I told the most often. At family dinners, at work parties, with friends. Anytime someone asked, so, how are you 2 doing? I'd flash a smile and say, we're great, I'm happy. But behind closed doors, I'd sit on the couch scrolling Instagram, staring at couples who actually looked in love and wonder why I couldn't feel what they felt. Eric would sit beside me, watching TV, perfectly content. And I'd look at him and think, is this it? Is this my life? The guilt was crushing because he wasn't a bad guy. He wasn't abusive or cruel. He was good, kind. And that made it worse. Because how do you walk away from good enough? If you're still watching this, I really want to know. Have you ever stayed in something just because it was safe? Because it checked the boxes? Drop a comment because I can't be the only one who's done this. Lie 4. I'm not seeing anyone else. This is the one that hurts to admit. 3 years in, I met someone at work. His name was Daniel. He was funny, reckless, alive in a way Eric wasn't. We never slept together, but we texted, we flirted. We went out for drinks and lingered too long in parking lots. And every time Eric asked, "You're not into anyone else, right?" I'd shake my head and say, "Of course not. You're the only one." Lie number 4. I told myself it wasn't cheating because there was no physical line crossed. But emotionally, I was gone. And I hated myself for it because Eric deserved better. But instead of leaving him, I just doubled down on the lie. One night, Eric caught me smiling at my phone. He asked who I was texting. I froze. Then I laughed and said, "Just a coworker. We're planning a project." Another lie. He let it go because he trusted me. And that trust broke me more than if he'd accused me, because deep down, I knew I didn't deserve it. Lie 5. I'll never leave you. The biggest lie of all. I told it 1,000 different ways, through promises, reassurances, even tears. Anytime he felt insecure, I'd hold his face and say, "I'm not going anywhere. You're stuck with me." But the truth? I was already halfway out the door. I stayed because it was easier than leaving, because I didn't want to hurt him, because I was selfish. And then one day, I did leave. I was 34 when it happened. 6 years in, standing in the kitchen, Eric talking about down payments for a house, and I just snapped. I heard myself say, "I can't do this anymore." His face, the shock, the hurt, I'll never forget it. He asked me why, and I wanted to list every lie, every fake promise, every hollow "I love you." But all I said was, "I'm not who you think I am." And then I packed a bag and left. The fallout was brutal. His family called me a liar. My family called me ungrateful. Friends picked sides. Eric. He begged at first. Then he stopped talking to me entirely. I don't blame him. But here's the truth. Those 5 lies didn't just hurt him. They destroyed me too. Because now I don't trust myself. I don't trust that I'll ever know how to be honest in love again. If you've made it this far, I need you to tell me, were those lies unforgivable, or were they just survival? Because I still don't know if I was protecting him or just protecting myself. It's been months since we broke up, and I still replay it all. The first "I love you" I didn't mean. The kids I never wanted but promised anyway. The fake smiles, the almost affair, the promises I broke the second I made them. 5 lies. That's what our whole relationship was built on. And sometimes, I wonder if he would have loved me anyway. The real me, the messy me, the woman who didn't want marriage or kids, the woman who wasn't sure if forever was real. But I never gave him that chance. Because I lied. And once you lie, you can't go back. Last week, I saw Eric at the grocery store. He was with someone new. She laughed at something he said, and he looked at her the way he used to look at me. And I realized she'll probably never know the truth about me. To her, I'm just the ex, the one who couldn't commit. But to me, he'll always be the man I lied to 5 times over just to stay in a relationship I never even wanted. And maybe the worst part isn't that I lied to him. It's that for 6 years, I lied to myself.